Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And there's a catch by Christian McCaffrey, and he plays a huge role in the passing attack. He's caught over 100 passes each of the last 2 years, so he is a defense's nightmare because how do you identify him before the snap on every play? Is he a running back? Is he a receiver? Do you guard him with a defensive back, a linebacker? Whatever you do, he tends to have the answer himself and ends up making big plays.
2 yards on the pickup.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they?
And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts.
Panthers 14.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will shrink to 6. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. Marvin Hall returning it. Now a hit and a loose football. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
That's to McCaffrey, complete. They'll get to him just inside the 15-yard line. And even after that fancy footwork we saw, good job defensively to recover. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. A second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And his kick is good. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Kickoff for Detroit.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, No matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. From the 50, Stafford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
Their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, short tackle.
And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Tackle made at the 38-yard line. It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
At the 19-yard line.
Now Bridgewater, quick throw out wide to Samuel. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
A line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead. No success on first down. He couldn't get any yardage. They give it to him again, and he finds the end zone.
Sometimes it just has to be persistence, doesn't it? And you know who else helps with that? Offensive line. After a team's been stuffed, the last thing they want to do is go to a different play call. They want to come back and do it again and show that they can dominate the line of scrimmage.
On the return, here's Hall. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Lions take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. On first down, it's Stafford. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
First down.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down.
4 yards to go.
Stafford going to lead with Swift on the draw. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. They snap it to Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. K1 short, pushing through there to make the play defensively. The D brought the house. They called the blitz, and they get to the quarterback, overwhelming the O-line.
And I would love to know, and we'll find out later on, was that called before the play, or did they audible into it? Because defenses change plays as well as offenses. Sometimes they get the set they want. They go right to the blitz. And in this case, they nailed it. Got right to the quarterback. No chance on that fourth down.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
McCaffrey, the ball carrier.
Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense over-committing. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
First down, Bridgewater. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, 27 yards. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that. Truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
You got to give some credit there, able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards. First down, Lions.
Now a first down throw. Stafford eluding the pressure right. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford looks to throw again. That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
A gain of 5.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Third down.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Now it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Back to throw. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points that gets them back within a field goal.
28.
And after the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
1st and 10. At their own 22-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Bridgewater. Complete on the quick throw to Moore. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's 4th down.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 23. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Lions will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. And they don't get the reception. Incomplete. So now they're down to 17 seconds remaining.
It's 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up 4th down.
They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
13 yards. And the Lions 1st down.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Carolina, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. It was way back then, could claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat crystals. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught her the rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked it.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I? Before I went live, they ain't know what I was. Ain't no one alive that could do what I does. Wait. Need a light here just to catch my buzz. He's right here just to catch my cup. Now they don't really talk about us. Now they don't really talk about love. Honestly, they ain't never seen too much. What's love to a guy with a bag? What's heart to a guy with some cash? What's pain to a guy that's mad? Say, what's broke to a guy with a mask? What's both to a guy with a plan? I just wanna kick it, that's all I ask. Like, let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just to flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Second nature, all is automatic. You fools hurt. Jesus will.
Today's a work day, gentlemen, and you know what that means? We gotta get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to work? I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? If you are, then go out and prove it to me. Show me what you got. Ready? Cool, wait.
9556, 9556. That. Ready, 9556. Raise up. Ready, yellow lady. Raise up. Set. You ready? Raise up.
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about. And you know what? Today you took a lot of those small steps. I'm proud of you. Keep it up.
Ready? Yellow lady, where's that? Ready? 5-8, 5-8, where's that? Ready? Yellow lady, set up! Ready? Yellow lady, ready, set! Ready? 9556, 90, ready, set! Ready? 9556! Ready? Yellow lady? Where's that? Set. You ready? Where's that? Ready? 5-9. Where's that? Set. Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Where's that? Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Ready, set. Easy. Ready? Yellow lady. Where's that? Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Where's that? Ready? 9556, 9556. Where's that? Ready? 9556. Where's that? Where's that? Easy. Ready? Yellow lady. Set up. Clap. Set. You ready? Ready? 5-9. Where's that? Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. Where's that? Where's that? Ready? 5-8, 5-8. Where's that? lady! Where's that? Ready! Yellow lady, yellow lady!
She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. For a coupe, for a season, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist turn out the line. Little bit.
Ready! 95-56, 95-56, where's that? Ready! 95-56! Where's that? Ready! Yellow lady! Where's that?
All right. Small steps in the right direction. That's what we've been talking about.